Good morning. Welcome to CSL Greater Baltimore 10 a.m. meditation. My name is Sue Monahan. This is taken from a happiness.com magazine, Health Body Scan Meditation. So I invite you to just get comfortable right where you are. Take a few full breaths to help your body and mind to begin to relax. Feel the sensations where your body connects with the floor or the surface under you. Just breathing in deeply. Feeling grounded, centered, right where you are. Just allow your body to feel heavy. Start by sensing your head. Sense your forehead and the area around your eyes. This is an area where a lot of us hold tension. There's no right or wrong thing to feel. Just notice. Just notice and gently name any sensations silently, like warmth, tingling, pressure. Let your attention move to the top of your head, to your scalp, and down the sides and back of your head. Just feel your neck. The muscles along the back and the sides. And even sense inside your neck and throat. Just relaxing. Now sense your shoulders. The large, heavy muscles of your shoulders and your shoulder blades. if you notice any tension or discomfort here. It's not anything you need to change. Just be aware of it. If you like, you can breathe into any area that feels some discomfort. And this just means that you imagine your breath is moving in and out of that area. Just imagine it moving in and out of that area instead of your nose. Let your attention move slowly down your arms, sensing your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, sense the muscles and the bones here. Feel the bones of your wrist and the softness of your palms. Our hands are a center of so much activity and expression. Feel all the sensation in your palms, in your fingers and your fingertips. Now shift your attention to your chest, around your heart and your solar plexus. What do you notice here? Breathe and feel it. It may be different with each breath. It may be different in the next moment. You're just tuning in right now to your body, to the precise physical sensations. No judgment, just observing, breathing in, giving space. And remember to be patient. Sometimes your body moves at a slower pace than your mind. body scan meditation can help you get in touch with your body. Paying attention to any place of scanning, of discomfort, observing. Now allow your attention to move into your stomach and hips. Let your attention rest here for a few breaths. Then continue down your upper legs, knees, and lower legs. Taking as much time as you need to feel the sensations and awareness there. Notice that there's no right or wrong experience. Only to be as present and caring as you can. And move down into your feet, your ankles, the soles of your feet, and all 10 toes. Maybe wiggling them, feeling the sensation in your feet. Your feet work hard all day long. Really feel all the muscles and tendons and tissues here in your feet. Breathe into your feet. Sweet, sweet gratitude. Now take a deep breath and see if you can feel your whole body Breathing in to see if you can feel your whole body all at once. Wherever you are sitting or lying down, just breathing into the sensation of the whole body. Breathing in from the tips of your toes, up through your legs, your torso, your arms, into your head and face. Feel your body as one whole field of sensation and energy. Keep breathing in. And as we finish this body scan meditation, let's just take a few moments to notice any senses of freshness, relaxation, or groundedness. Take a moment to observe and feel your body and mind. And now we will end this body scan with a spiritual mind treatment. Just continuing to breathe in and give gratitude for your body, for this amazing divine pattern, for the divine temple of the living God, that which we are, this one power, this one presence, this creative source and life that lives its life in, as, and through you, because it is you. There is nothing else. There's only divine spirit, divine essence, the force, the source of all power. And it takes such great delight in its beloved. That's you. You are the beloved. You are the beloved oneness that is God, as it shows up at each moment and each breath and each body part. And we give gratitude for this. We give gratitude for taking this time to recognize ourselves. Not either or, body, mind, but soul, body, mind, spirit. We are all of it in each moment. And today we celebrate that. We celebrate this body connection. We celebrate ourselves as love and light, peace, beauty, joy. We name it, we claim it, we declare it, because we are it. Every conscious breath, every time we choose to move into a place and a space of great joy and celebration for life. And as we do this for ourselves, each and every one we call to mind, it is a prayer, it is a blessing, it is a joy. Not only are we elevating our consciousness, but we are elevating the collective consciousness of this planet, one breath at a time, one thought, one word, one deed, one feeling, and one human interaction at a time. We are the beloved in whom God's Spirit is so well pleased. So today we just give gratitude for this place and this space, for the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore community, for this 10 a.m. meditation. We give thanks in anticipation of the amazing music, of the sign language interpretation, of our host. We give thanks for the practitioner on duty today. We give thanks for Reverend Raymont and this message that we're about to receive. We allow ourselves to just feel the power in it, feel the power in our mind and our body, celebrate it as the goodness that we are, as the life that we are, releasing and surrendering into the beauty that we are, into the amazing individuals that we are. We are God. We are life. We are joy. We are beauty. It is good. It is so good. I am so grateful. So I can release this treatment into the law, knowing that it is done, that it is as spectacular as we are, and so it is. Thank you. Ashe, amen.
Namaste, everyone, and thank you, Sue, for that beautiful blessing of the body. And I'm going to use that as my catalyst to invite us into a further blessing of the day. And let's see what happens musically. Blessings. Namaste and happy Father's Day, everyone. I'll see you shortly.
Oops. Whoa. We went too far. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Great to Baltimore's virtual service. Ah, I am Tracy Rhymes, your host. Our spiritual director and speaker today is Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson. Our musician is Robert Hitz. Serving as today's practitioner is Mary Ann Marcellette. The pre-service meditation was led by Sue Monahan. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Faith Moore and Sonya Chavis. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for your service. Happy Father's Day! Was that loud enough? All right, I'm cracking myself up. Okay, moving on. At CSLGB every Sunday. Wait a minute, let me go back because there's something I want to say. For all of you standing in the role as a father, big brother, dad, all those great things. Thank you, blessings to you, and keep doing what you're doing and enjoy this day. Now we can move forward. At CSLGB every Sunday is an invite a friend or family member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them hang out with us. Mary Ann Marcellette, a licensed practitioner for 7 years, with her installation June 2013, has been studying and practicing science of mind principles for 17 years. She is a wife, mother, and grandmother of 2 wonderful grandsons. She received an MSA from Maryland Institute College of Art. She has devoted her life to teaching, promoting, and establishing arts, humanities, and wellness courses and programs in continuing education at several colleges for over 30 years. Becoming a licensed practitioner allowed Mary Ann to dive in and find the deeper meaning in life through prayer, art journaling, spiritual practices, and study. And involvement with people in church, work, community, as well as volunteering as CSLGB board secretary. Some of her core beliefs are God's presence dwells within each of us, realizing oneness in God and oneness with all of creation. And as Gandhi said, we must be the change we want to see in the world.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Tracy, for that lovely introduction. Good morning, and I'll second Tracy and just say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, the grandfathers, the uncles, the brothers that are standing in as fathers doing a great job. So happy Father's Day. This is your special day, and you deserve so much recognition and credit. So this morning, I would like to welcome you all to this service and give the opening prayer. And this is what I know. I know that on this glorious day that there is only one mind, one heart, one law, and we are all a part of that. We are part of the one mind, the expression of God living each day. And I am just so grateful to be here for this Sunday service, to thank everyone involved who makes this possible. From our great facilitator, Tracy Rhymes, our wonderful interpreters, all the people backing our technology, our wonderful, beloved Reverend Raymont, who will be speaking shortly. And I want to also acknowledge our practitioner corps, who pray for us continuously and unceasingly, and is here to, along with Reverend Ray, to expand our consciousness and to hold consciousness for this entire community. I'm so grateful for the powerful, inspiring music of Robert Hitz. It takes everyone to make this service possible, and I am just so grateful for everyone involved. I know that right here and now, we are opening up our minds and our hearts, readying ourselves for the wonderful message to come, the insightful message to come. And we are so grateful to have Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson as our senior minister and as our speaker today. And I am so excited to hear the talk about the body temple and how we are so much more than the body. We are also spirit, the soul, but our body tells us so many important messages. So I know for us that we are opening our minds and hearts with every song we hear. I am so grateful to Sue Monahan for doing the pre-service meditation. So we are ready to hear the message and to make it a part of us and to lead us into a higher consciousness and participating in our community and also acting and making these words true in our lives. It is a wonderful day of love and recognition. And I am praying and so grateful for the service to come and all the wonderful messages, the magnificence of it all, to be able to get together later after the Zoom to feel community. It's all God, it's all good, expressing magnificently in us, as us, through us. So I release this prayer knowing it is done, and so it is.
The Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's community, honors the world's religions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we not only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person.
Thanks to my wonderful delay today. Happy Pride, happy Pride, happy Pride, happy Pride. Yep, it's going to be one of them days. All right. Happy Juneteenth. What is the significance of Juneteenth? Here's what we know. And this article is by Chelsea Cox of USA Today. The holiday commemorates the Emancipation Proclamation in the United States. President Abraham Lincoln issued the proclamation to free enslaved African Americans in secessionist states on January 1st, 1863. But enslaved people in Galveston, Texas would not learn of their freedom until 2 years later. On June 19, 1865, Major General Gordon Granger informed the community of Galveston of Lincoln's proclamation. Though it was issued years prior, enslavers were held responsible for telling the enslaved they were free, and some ignored the directive. Major General Gordon demanded Galveston locals comply with the proclamation. Texas was the last Confederate state where the proclamation was announced and the first to recognize the date of June 19th, Juneteenth, statewide. The inaugural Juneteenth to commemorate the official day enslaved people in Galveston were freed began in 1866. The holiday, also known as Freedom Day or Emancipation Day, spread across the country as African Americans migrated away from the South. Congress passed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act in June 2021, a day after the Senate passed the bill with unanimous consent. Biden signed the bill into law on June 17th, 2 days before Juneteenth. You can read the full article at usatoday.com/story/news/2022. Happy Juneteenth. Now it's time for announcements. On the first and third Monday nights, the Sacred Contracts Book Club, hosted by Nancy Rosenberg. The Wednesday night Science of Mind study group facilitated by Reverend Dr. Ray. And the Thursday night study group, which is on and popping, facilitated by practitioner Sue Monahan. Sign up for the CSLGB newsletter, the CSLGB Facebook and Instagram pages, and visit cslgreaterbaltimore.org and get more news and information, including what Reverend Dr. Ray is teaching in the larger CSL community. Hint, hint, get out your phones. Friendly reminder, you can share the CSLGB service link on your Facebook page. Blessing bags were distributed February 6th during the Baltimore ceasefire. We are still accepting monetary donations to offset the cost and to save for future distributions. To give, visit the website and note that your donation is for blessing bags. CSL Summer Movie Series. There are 11 movie lovers, speakers, and teachers who will present their interpretation of the spiritual message within a film they choose. Come with questions and curiosity. It will be a fun, insightful time for those who love movies and, for those who want to understand a deeper spirituality alive in cinema. Proceeds benefit CSL's Camp Cedar Ridge. If you have a fundraising idea and want to share or be on the fundraising committee, email Rainica Purametla. We are looking for community support for KarmaFest. This is a great opportunity to get the word out into the larger spiritual community from Friday, June 24th through Sunday, June 26th by volunteering at our booth. If you are unable to attend and volunteer that weekend, there are other ways you can support, such as donating any gently used Science of Mind magazines for us to give out to people, and giving a financial donation specifically for us to use for KarmaFest related items. For those of you on Facebook, you can also go to our CSLGB Facebook page and share the KarmaFest events from our page onto your page. For more information, times, specific needs, and to sign up to volunteer, send an email to our KarmaFest lead, janebench@gmail.com. The CSLGB Building Committee is seeking assistance in a variety of ways to locate the right next home for CSLGB. For more information on how you can assist, email Dana Molden, Committee Chair, at dana.molden@gmail.com. At CSLGB, every Sunday is a great day to choose this as your spiritual community, your spiritual family. The first step is to take the discovery class, which is offered online and can be taken at any time. Visit the website and learn more and enroll in the discovery class. To receive a daily text and voicemail from Reverend Dr. Ray, type JOIN to 833-663-9021 to begin receiving your daily inspiration. I promise you will be glad you did. Prayer works. That's what I said. Prayer works. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Classically trained, Robert Hitz music touches the soul and creates the broad spectrum of emotions which fill our hearts with joy, love, and light. It takes one to a deeper understanding of our relationship to the magnificent creative source behind all creation. Since the dawn of the new millennium, Robert has shared his deeply creative gift with New Thought luminaries such as Gary Zukav, Wayne Dyer, Mark Victor Hansen, Deepak Chopra, and Barbara Marx Hubbard. He also has been a featured artist at Whole Life Expos, Religious Science International Conferences, numerous spiritual centers, university concert series, and musical workshops. Robert currently gives concerts, lectures, and workshops nationwide. Visit his website to learn more, roberthitz.com. I give you Robert Hitz.
Thank you, everyone. Tracy, Marianne, Sue, and I'm looking forward to hearing so much from Raymont. And it's always a blessing to be with everyone. And I am going to honor so many in channeling this today for all people everywhere, for truth, for justice, for freedom. Many blessings. And now for Raymont.
Thank you, Robert. Okay. Not quite. We got a little bit right before him. Marianne returns to lead us in a spiritual practice.
Good morning again. It's time for our spiritual practice. So I would like everyone to lower their gaze if that feels comfortable for you. And it's time to relax, let go. We're going to take a few deep cleansing breaths. We're going to release any tension that's in our shoulders, down our arms, shake our arms if we have to, whatever it takes to release any tension, and just keep breathing. And for our spiritual practice today, I'm going to read a meditative prayer written by Reverend Sally Robbins that is in the Science of Mind magazine. And this particular month, it's all about the body temple, and it's very appropriate. And knowing that prayer works, as Tracy says each week, this meditative prayer is called a whole body treatment. So if everyone would just close their eyes, lower their gaze, and just open their hearts and their minds. In this moment, I bless my body. I bless my feet that take me on new adventures. I'm grateful for all the bones and muscles that make up my feet. They lead me to distant horizons that delight and surprise me. I bless my ability to move. I bless my legs that powerfully move me on my divine path. The muscles in my legs are strong, capable, and reliable. They hold me up in times of need, and I'm grateful for their sturdiness. I bless my ability to stand firm. I bless my back that carries much of the weight of my body. I relax the back's muscles that sometimes needlessly take on my worries. I am grateful for the flexibility and strength of my back's mighty muscles. I bless my ability to carry on. I bless my heart that pumps in its own divine rhythm. My heart is tuned into the infinite, and I'm grateful that every artery and vein joyfully receive the life-giving blood my heart pumps. I bless my ability to give and to receive. I bless my arms that do the work that is mine to do, whether typing on a computer, holding a child, driving a car, or stirring a pot in the kitchen. I'm grateful my arms continually do what is asked of them. I bless my ability to work. I bless my eyes that see my world with wonder and awe. In addition to my physical eyes that see the beauty of this world, I'm grateful for my third eye that sees the perfection of each circumstance and individual in my world. I bless my ability to see. I bless my brain that is connected to the divine wisdom of the universe. I'm grateful for my brain's neuroplasticity, which allows it to change with every new situation and environment. I bless my ability to choose. I bless my seen and unseen body. It is the vehicle for my soul. I'm grateful for how it carries me on my sacred journey from glory to glory. I bless my ability to grow and expand my consciousness. I am so grateful to know all this, to bless and recognize how important my body temple is. So I release this prayer knowing it is done, and so it is.
Thank you, Marianne. Okay, hopefully it's showing up. Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson is an ordained Centers for Spiritual Living minister serving the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore community as our spiritual director. As a lifelong learner with a passion for self-development, personal transformation, transmutation, and transfiguration, he has frequently been referred to as a Renaissance man and visionary new thought, lost my place, sorry, leader who makes complex metaphysical concepts readily understandable and acceptable. His mission is to live, move, and be an active member of society. He serves to educate, elucidate, and emancipate people and communities to awaken and empower themselves. And he continues to live his bliss as a teacher, minister, author, workshop, and seminar facilitator, visual artist, ASL interpreter, and ASL performing artist, mentor, father, grandfather, and more. Active stands for authentic, compassionate, transparent, inspired, vibrant, and empowered. I give you Reverend Dr. Ray.
It seems the system is moving slowly, and Tracy's fingers, they're not so quick. Okay, let me stop. So, good morning and greetings, everyone. Happy everything that we are celebrating today. Father's Day, Juneteenth, Pride, the body, and our body's ability to do all that it does. So today, yes, if you haven't been here since the pre-service meditation, the opening prayer, the music, Tracy's shenanigans, and Marianne's in-service spiritual practice, then you may have missed. The theme is the body. One thing that is very important for us to understand and recognize regarding this is that unprocessed, unhealed emotions can hide within our bodies. And over time, this energy can show up in a variety of ways, from headaches and fatigue to a variety of other medical conditions, depression, etc., and more. The body is more than simply a biochemical factory or machine that moves us from one spot to another. The body, once again, is that divine temple. The body is, as we're going to get to, the body in and of itself is spirit. And engaging with our bodies in a more rich, more meaningful way opens the door for us to be able to resolve any unhealed whatever is going on, so that we can live in a more open, authentic, empowered manner. So if you're ready for that and you're ready for this call to action, this spiritual imperative, then let's jump in with a question. So why does it matter that the body remembers? And more specifically, what exactly is it that the body remembers? Like, what does that even mean? Well, let's start with an analogy. Several different landscapes, and when you observe the landscape, there may be certain things that your eye, that your emotions are attracted to, be it a sunrise or a sunset, be it the actual terrain, the water, the ground, the mountains. Whatever that is, recognize that your body is a quote unquote landscape in and of itself. And our emotions and all of the things that comprise you, this thing called you, is just like this vast, any of these vast landscapes. The trees, the clouds that are ever moving, the rising and setting of the sun that actually doesn't rise or set, but appears to rise or set because of the way the planet moves on its axis. All of this is a divine demonstration of how your body, how your life also shows up as a landscape. Bessel van der Kolk says, mindfulness, breathe, because there's that word. Mindfulness not only makes it possible to survey our internal landscape with compassion and curiosity, but this thing called mindfulness can also actively steer us in the right, meaning more effective direction for our own self-care. And self-care encompasses all of that stuff like self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-love. All of that is encompassed within that. So mindfulness brings us to a place where we can survey and steer. See, because survey is like, oh, look, see the mountains over there, over yonder. Yeah. But to steer means let me get my backpack, let me put on my boots, let me take a walk to see the mountains up close, to scale the mountains, to see the sunrise from the peak of the mountains. So mindfulness isn't a passive practice. It is an active and engaged practice that assists us in moving, treating and moving our feet so that we are living more effective lives. Breathe. So last week, you may remember, we had this question, which has been modified now. Finish the sentence as honestly as you can. Right now, I feel what in my body? Or we could even ask, right now, I feel what for my body? Do I feel love for my body, appreciation for my body? Do I feel in my body that stiff neck from not sleeping very well? Do I feel the itchiness of hives that broke out 2.5 weeks ago? Like, what do I feel in my body? Because, once again, the body is not some separate thing. It's not an automaton robot for us to simply, right? It's the divine expressing as us. So being mindful of what we feel, being aware of what we feel is in and of itself a spiritual practice. So listen to your body. Why? because your body is intelligent. It has to be. If in an intelligent universe is incarnating itself as you, then that absolute intelligence must be showing up in the individual, as as above, so below. So the intelligence that is God, not the intelligence of God. God is not intelligent. God is intelligence itself. And that intelligence is showing up in, through, and as you right now. So listen to your body, because it knows. It is giving you signals. It is letting you know through the various sensations. Do I feel achy or sore? Do I feel that itchiness in my throat that, it's the precursor that lets me know allergies. Let me do something preemptively so that allergies move on, ease on down the road, so the allergies don't affect me the way they used to, because I am listening to my body as it is telling me, danger, Will Robinson, danger, right? My body is letting me know there's tension in my back, time to stretch. My foot feels cramped, time to stretch. Feeling hungry, time to eat. I'm feeling, Tracy said, yeah, I'm feeling triggered to want to eat cake. Oh, that trigger, that sensation is telling me that there's some emotion that is being invited to tend to. But if I'm not aware of the trigger in my body, then I'm going to just go get the cake, because my body is saying, feed me cake, feed me cake, feed me cake right now. Tracy's saying, yum, yum, yum. Oh, I wish y'all could hear her. Anyhow, but if I'm not aware of it, then the trigger grabs me and boom, I've eaten the cake. And now the guilt and the shame that comes with having eaten half a cake because I didn't share any with Tracy, because, it was my stress. But the moment I am aware, that's what it feels like in my body. Here's my invitation to do what I need to do. Here's my invitation to do what I can do to shift and change. How aware are you of those sensations? Once again, Bessel says, as I often tell my students, the two most important phrases in therapy, as in yoga, are as follows. Notice that. And what happens next? Notice that. And what happens next? Notice that. And what happens next? Once you start approaching your body with curiosity rather than with fear, everything shifts. Once you start approaching your body with confidence rather than shame, everything shifts. Approach your body with love rather than animosity, and everything shifts. Breathe. So here we are with this invitation. What do we do with it? Like, so what? I mean, what is the point, Reverend Ray? What's the point? The point is healing. This whole thing gives us the space to move from a healed state of being. And healed doesn't necessarily mean whatever is going on automatically is gone. Healed may mean something completely different. So being present, because as Bessel says, healing depends on experiential knowledge, not theoretical knowledge, experiential knowledge. You can be fully in charge of your own life only if you can acknowledge the reality of your body in all of its visceral, gritty dimensions. Acknowledging the totality of self affords us the space to be greater stewards of our own lives. How we address conflict or codependency, fear, people pleasing. How we address, as I always say, the 3 C's: communication, cooperation, and collaboration. Because how we communicate, collaborate, and cooperate with our own being affects how we do it with others. Experiential knowledge. So right here and right now, would we agree that it is time to heal? Because there's a vast, and when I say vast, I mean vast number of books and movies and documentaries and podcasts and videos and stuff regarding this idea of healing. Healing my body, healing my mind, healing my emotions, healing the country, healing. Now serving number 77 for healing. All kinds of things. So why are there so many books and movies, etc., about this topic? Because the authors, the producers, the directors, etc., are recognizing that where we are as a species, this is a call to action. And if it's occurring for the species, then that means right here, right now, because I'm a part of it, then right here, right now, I am being invited. Physician, heal thyself. Metaphysician, heal thyself. I am being invited to address where in my body, what in my body, what as my body is calling me into a space, a consciousness of healing. Ernest Holmes says, the intelligence in the physical body, or the intelligence of the physical body, is a subconscious intelligence. It works creatively, but within certain fixed limitations. Pause and breathe, because I know that word triggers some folks. It is like a person who is sent on an errand and told what to do, and knowing only how to do whatever it is they are told to do. So there's no, my body can choose, even when my mind says, yeah, we're going to eat that cake. And my body's like, no, we're not. And so my body, quote unquote, has a mind of its own, but it doesn't. Therein lies the point. The body listens to the consciousness, the mind, the paradigms, and the body is going to respond accordingly. That's why I can test my own pulse right now, bring to my mind something or someone that has angered me or still angers me, and I feel my blood pressure, I feel my heart rate increase. Why? Because my body is doing what it is told to do. My body is responding based upon the neurotransmitters and the chemicals that are being released, because my body doesn't differentiate between what is here and tangible and what it imagines, what the mind imagines. It's all one and the same. So once again, we are being invited into a different level of effective stewardship, recognizing that there are vast layers, levels, systems to the body, and that stress and love, fear, and compassion, all of these affect the body accordingly. And so when we understand what we don't want, I don't want to experience whatever tension in my neck, then what do you want? I want ease of motion. Then shift your attention. Now believe, now think what it is you are being called to think, believe, and behave as, in order to have what you do want rather than what you don't want. But you do have to be mindful of that. You do have to be aware of it. Sometimes we can be so caught up in the pain in my neck It hurts right now. It hurts right now. Oh God, it hurts right now. The pain in my neck, it hurt. We can be so caught up in that pain that we don't think relief. We don't think comfort. We don't think stretch, because the pain is so overwhelming and we're conditioned to focus on it, that I don't give into the what is my invitation to heal? What is my invitation to love, compassion, self-care? What is that invitation, rather than being stuck in this? And how do I, because it's not either or, it's both and. I can be present with the pain while working on the ease and grace and comfort. Mark Nepo says, the task of being fully alive challenges us to stay in the center while feeling the full range of life on earth. Be centered, yet open at the top. Sounds familiar. Being an individualized expression while also recognizing that you are the absolute. You are God individualized and the absolute God that is doing the individualizing. Fully alive means I am open, I am present, open at the top and open at the bottom. I am present, I am grounded, I am anchored. A tree whose roots sink deep and firm and whose branches reach high and out and bloom, both and. Fully alive, breathe. Fully alive also means that there are going to be ups and downs in life. And it's all connected. It's all connected. Enjoy the ride, right? And I know that's woo. Even for me right now, today being the anniversary of my mother's death 2 years ago, even saying that, enjoy the ride, woo. Because I used to be someone who hated roller coasters. I'm not getting on that thing. I'm not getting on that thing. No, I said no. And then, I got, just go ahead. Till I then became a roller coaster fanatic. I loved them. I would get on one and ride it and get on it right again, get back in line again and again and again. We're in life. We are life. And all of these twists and turns and ups and downs happen to us. And there are a variety of ways that we can respond. We can respond in excitement and joy, or apprehension and fear, and oh, in the name of baby Jesus, what is going, like, ow. And we can white knuckle it. We have a choice. Even while zipping down at great speed, and we're like, oh my, oh my, oh my. If I'm going to go in this direction nonetheless, then why not simply surrender and release? Why not? And once again, I know, breathe. But that's part of the practice. This thing called life is what it is. And in this thing called life, there are going to be aches and pains. There is going to be illness and disease. There is going to be death. There is going to be discomfort. There is going to be divorce. There is going to be separation. There is going to be, until such time as we breathe. Understand that no matter what it is, that which we are cannot be lessened. No amount of death makes any of us or anyone less God or any less life, because that which God is cannot die. And so while that person may no longer be on this side of life after life, life before life, life eternal, that which they are cannot end. Love is infinite, eternal, and ever expanding consciousness, period. So no matter what is being experienced, be present with it. Even the discomfort and the fear and the anger, be present with it. because in that, healing occurs. And healing doesn't necessarily mean that my mom would have been cured of dementia. Healing means that our relationship is firm and solid, that I am healed and in a state of I understand and I am ready and I love and I release and I am compassionate. Healing is she, in her own divine way, is ready, willing, and able for what's next. Healing is whatever it is for you and them and them. Each individualized expression, but that healing is made more difficult when we resist. Ernest Holmes says, every time we think of our body, we should think of it as our spiritual body. Think of every organ, action, function of our physical body as being pure and perfect spirit. And think of God as being in us and around us and through us. Think of every breath that we inhale as the breath of life. And think of the things that we eat as spiritual sustenance, forever nourishing the body. Breathe. Think of spirit and our body as being one in perfect harmony, and affirm perfect circulation, perfect assimilation, perfect elimination. Perfect. We should declare that in pure spirit there is not stagnation or inaction or overaction or false action. Our body is part of the kingdom of God. Therefore, there is a spiritual pattern at the center of it. Breathe. Your cell structure is a temple with structure. Every cell, the temple of God. Bring the healthy cellular structure, the clean, the divine, the perfect cellular structure into your mind's eye. Because there is a new form of study that they are saying, there are many doctors and scientists saying that there is memory in your cells. Epigenetic memory. Your cells hold memories. Once again, this is where see that word in the middle, that book in the middle? Healing. This is our opportunity to step into greater levels of exactly that. Breathe every cell, breathe every breath, breathe every thought, breathe every individual human interaction at a time. Breathe. Resma says, in today's America, we tend to think of healing as something binary. Either we're broken or we're healed from that brokenness. But that's not how healing operates, and it's almost never how human growth works. More often, healing and growth take place on a continuum with innumerable points between what is considered utter brokenness and total health. A continuum, just like your breath. You do not simply inhale and call that breathing. You do not simply exhale and call that breathing. You don't start and inhale and call it breathing. There is a continuum. For the moment the inhale starts till it gets to that pause before the exhales, it's a continuum. Breathing. Healing is a continuum. It is a spiral that is ever in motion, just like spiral dynamics. It is ever in motion, and sometimes we revisit. Well, didn't I do this? It's like that onion. Didn't I already peel this? Peel it some more. Didn't I already uncover it again? But there is no but. It's and breathe. Because until we get to a spot, a point where we are ready, willing, and able to humbly and sacredly bow to your own self, to bow, to recognize your own divine self, the very temple, the very love, the very joy, the very oneness of. Then we're going to continue on that thing that Resma talked about. We're going to binary. It's either or. Either I'm happy or I'm sad. Either I'm good or I'm bad. Either it's white or it's black. Either it's up or it's down. It's not binary. It's both and, because God is all there is. It's not yin and yang. It's yin yang. And it's one divine, ever moving cycle of, always in motion. Reverend Ray says, today, right now, we are invited to love ourselves in a way we have never loved ourselves before. To appreciate ourselves as valid, worthy, and deserving of the best life has to offer itself as us. Healing our minds, healing our emotions, our relationships, and our bodies is all a part of the practice we are invited into right now. Our bodies, including the body of our affairs. Remember the traumas that we learn, that we leave, remember the traumas that we leave unheard, unhelped, unhealed. And like all memories, our lives are influenced and impacted accordingly because it's all connected. Love yourself in a way that you never have before. See yourself as valid and worthy and deserving in a way that you never have before. Appreciate. Learn to hear and recognize, to help, to heal all of the traumas, all of the memories, all of that stuff. Put it all out there and address it rather than avoid it. We don't, poison ivy or something. Be like, oh, poison ivy. What would happen if we don't let that spread? We isolate it. We address it. Calamine lotion, Benadryl, something. We address it. Why would we not do the same thing for any traumas, guilt, shame? Why spread it when we have the opportunity to look at it for what it is and heal it? Breathe. This week's practice, our opportunity to dive into this experiential practice and knowledge. Journal and ask yourself, what systems or structures do you participate in, willingly or unwillingly, such as ableism, body shaming, etc.? What systems or structures do you participate in, willingly or unwillingly, that are built on the idea, the paradigm, and the consciousness of oppressing other people's or your own bodies? And how can you start to do the work to change that in yourself and then externally? Breathe. And then have a conversation with one person about, can you think of a time when you felt an emotion or feeling in your body that didn't feel like yours? Like maybe it's an empathic thing, right? Was it some collective trauma that you were picking up on? Empathy for someone else and their feelings. Could you tell the difference between where their feelings were affecting your body and your feelings were affecting your body? What did this experience teach you about your own feelings and emotions? And what did it allow you to be present to or to do in relation to the other person's feelings and emotions? Breathe. This week's declaration or affirmation, I will say it first, and if you feel in alignment, then say it with me on our second go round. I feel and honor every sensation in my body. Together. I feel and honor every sensation in my body. Breathe. Breathe and avail yourself to this feeling, this honoring, the sensation of what it means to now feel the very vibration of joy and life itself as our beloved brother Robert plays, this experiential playing of the divine and the vibration that he offers us to recognize, to know, to heal, to be present. Breathe. Namaste, gratitude, blessings, Robert. Thank you.
Namaste, Brother Raymont, and to everyone. I am the body electric, and I don't know it's going to happen, but it's going to be good. That was fun. Oh, does this mean we're going to need an encore? Oh. Hmm. Uh-oh. We have waiting music. Tracy's having computer issues. So, uh-oh, she's freaking out. No, this is for calming. Calming. Everyone treat for the computer.
As always, Thank you. And in the words of Tracy Rhymes, which Robert so eloquently started. So one, here's some calming music. And two, let us, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Let us treat. Let us treat. Recognizing that, as Tracy says, prayer works. So this whole idea of, putting it into practice. Thank you, Robert, for being that divine and magnificent example of what it means for us to live an experiential spirituality. Thank you, my brother. Much appreciated. Okay. So here we go. At this time of service, we recognize the divine spiritual practice of tithing, donating, offering, where we, one, are spiritually fed, and two, as Tracy always says, where we understand that this is a 501c3 organization. It is a business. And so we also tithe and offer in order to keep the lights on, to pay our mortgage for our new building, which, as Robert, once again, what did he say? Treat, as we are right now treating, knowing, and affirming and declaring that our right exact space is already ours. And that the search committee, they're simply in the process of aligning with what already exists. So here at CSL Greater Baltimore, if you're new, you may not know that the practitioners of distinction, on top of their regularly scheduled monthly tithes, have pledged an additional $50,000 for the year. And as of the end of May, that number was or is $13,150. The community's matching pledge, also $50,000 on top of their regularly scheduled tithes, at the end of May was $2,250. So you may be wondering, well, Reverend Ray, how do I tithe, donate, give into this divine, beloved spiritual community? You have four ways: PayPal, Givelify, text messaging, and the postal mail service. If you ever have any questions about any of that, reach out to our divine goddess of joyous laughter, also known as our treasurer, Sue Monahan. If you ever have questions about, suppose I want to give a certain portion to the music ministry and a certain portion to the new building fund, how do I do that? Also, reach out to the goddess that I just mentioned. Or you could reach out to any of the board of trustees, or you could also go to the website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com/give, for more information. Breathe. Because if you're new, as I said, you may not know that when we declare this declaration of financial wealth and abundance, recognizing, as we've said about the body, it's all one. There isn't money and spirit. There's only one: spirit showing up in, through, and as money. Spirit showing up in, through, and as the body. Spirit showing up in, through, and as wealth and abundance of love, joy, laughter, and so much more. So when we declare this financial wealth and abundance, we are also declaring health and well-being in opulence, love and joy in prosperity and overflow, relationships that work effectively in abundant ways. We are recognizing all of that. Our cup runneth over. And so we give, we serve, and we drink from our saucer because of that overflow. Breathe. If this feels in alignment with you, then let us say together, I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. Breathe. Breathe and feel the gratitude and the joy and the love and the appreciation that Tracy gives when she says, thank you for joining us today. When she reminds us, you are awesome. Dagnabbit. You are, and those who get the daily text messages, you'll know what that acronym was. Wink, wink, right? Just know that you are an awesome and divine incarnation of spirit. And sometimes that added boost of prayer, one as a tune-up, I'm good, I'm functioning, I'm like, things are going, cylinders are moving. But sometimes we want that prayer to bump us up a little. I'm running at about a 5. Well, pray with Marianne today, and maybe that 5 jumps to an 8 or 9 or 12. It will jump. It's just a matter of which number will it go to. Maybe there's something else going on where you're like, pray with Marianne. Maybe Sue will also join in if there's an abundance of people wanting prayer and Marianne is, actively engaged. Maybe someone else will chime in to be like, let me be of support. But knowing that prayer is available to you today after service by going over to the Zoom room, type the word prayer into the chat box, and Tracy will put you in a breakout room with one of our practitioners of distinction where they are given the great, grand, and glorious opportunity to know the truth for you. Breathe. Also, today is the board meeting Sunday. We are an open and transparent community, so if you're wondering, what is CSL Greater Baltimore? What are they doing? What are they up to? What's going on? Feel free to join in on our board meeting today, which is also in the same Zoom room. So go over to Zoom, log in. Tracy will admit you. Starts off with fellowship. The interim president will transition into the board meeting, which you are welcome to stay for. And all of this happens, where did I say? Over, Tracy said, over in Zoom. Breathe, breathe, and recognize that right here and right now, you are a divine and holy being. Holy, WHOLLY, and holy, HOLY. You are both whole, perfect, and complete because that which the divine is and must forever be an expression of that and ever expressing that. And what it is, each one of us must be. And so because God is all there is and God is ever expanding consciousness, always vibing and moving and loving and acting upon itself, though this thing called service now comes to an end, the manner in which you, the manner in which I, the manner in which we as the body of God, the hands, the hearts, the minds, the eyes, the beingness of the divine, as we now go out into the world to continue this thing called being of service, serving the world, manifesting, creating, inspiring, and shining that which is love and joy, infinite health and well-being, being that in the world. Breathe. So knowing and calling all of this good, calling all that each one of us is good, calling all aspects of our divine, glorious selves good and oh so good, great and oh so great, gorgeous and oh so gorgeous. And knowing that the law says yes, then I know that from the moment Tracy logged in, prayer was answered. When Sue did opening pre-service meditation, prayer answered. Robert played pre-service music, prayer answered. All the way through Marianne's invocation and spiritual practice, prayer answered. The interpreters signing, including Sonya, who's mad at me right now because I'm talking too fast, prayer answered. Love you, Sonya. All of it, prayer answered. Because you are that. We are that. We are answered prayer in action, experiential treatment, living, moving, and having its being. And the law says yes. And knowing that, I surrendered because it's already done. And so it is. Namaste, greetings, much love and appreciation. See you in Zoom.